So I found the original code here at hackster.io. I will put a link in the description. Also, I put a link at the top of the code that I'm going to put up on GitHub. I don't know who made it, but they did a nice job, and they made it for this thing called a magic bit, which is different. It has hard-coded buttons built into it, and it's got a different screen and all that. So, of course, I had to kind of change the screen. These are red because I don't think they're working. You'll notice this is the .ino file for Snake, but there's a lot of other .inos. I had to edit a few of them. I don't have music, so some of these, like buzzer and themes, just aren't going to work. I left a bunch of my coding in. I was trying to create a hybrid of my code and their code, and it ended up being easier just to modify their code more. Again, I'm using an Adafruit ESP32 S2 TFT Feather, which I like a lot. And here's just some more information. I'm going to skip through a lot of it because there's a lot of code here, but these were the things that I really spent a lot of time with, was kind of dealing with this IRAM and getting the controller to work and making it touch sensitive. And I made some notes in here about which works with which and all that. And then also this attaching an interrupt. So when you touch the button, the left or right as defined above on pins, I defined the pins up here somewhere. Where are they? There we go, 5 and 6 and 5. 6 is left, 5 is right, or maybe I just said that backwards. But in different ways of kind of defining triggers. So I kind of wrote a little bit there. Yeah, and just sort of what to print, the colors. I'm sorry, I'm just kind of trying to fly through. Like I said, you'll see it all posted if you want to check it out. I left, like I said, a lot of other old sensor information in here, which we don't need. The background, so there is this data set, which is the background, and it's rather small, and I didn't feel like making my own image. I guess I could have easily. You can just take a BMP file, I think it's a BMP, and you convert it, and there's some websites that'll do it for you, or software, but basically I just took this one and I layered it 4 times. So I just sort of said, make it 4 times on one screen right here. And I gave start positions. So it's 0, 0, that's the upper left corner, and then upper, kind of upper right, bottom left, bottom right, etc. Yeah, a scoreboard, and if you lose, that's more about, just when that condition's met, it'll print this data. Here's the food, the locations, how it randomizes, kind of change the dimensions that it'll put the food down, and change the score for like how much I did for inflation. It was 10, I figured 100. I was gonna make it 1,000,000 per pellet, but that seems a little excessive. Here's buzzers. Like I said, we're not gonna do anything with buzzers. Here is drawing the snake, and I kind of change the color and kind of the grid where it'll reside. If you lose, it just prints that. Pitches, those are tones, which I'm not using. Themes, again, more music. Turn and go. So this is sort of controls how the snake behaves and how it keeps track of its turns. Again, you can dig more later, but I changed the heights of the screen. I didn't want to really go to the very edge of the screen. I'm allowing screen wrap because it's so small. If you hit the edge and die, that would really be a bummer. And that's it. So yeah, we're gonna just let's just check it out. Yeah, it's fun. Okay, so I have been fiddling with this for a while, and I'll show you what I got so far. It's promising, but not quite right. There's some snake. And then see, here's a little snake, but it'll reset. Like, I gotta figure out the edge on there. There's a little food. And if you hit the button like, okay, so that left makes him go straight, sort of. Same thing, left and right. I don't know if this one does anything yet. Oh, no, nothing yet. And then this one will do both left and right, and I left the words in there. Yeah, I don't know. I'm getting closer, though. It's something. So, hey, we'll take it. Time to keep on a fiddling, yes? Oh, yes. Okay. Okay, so I'm narrowing some of the issues down to my controller and kind of having that constant threshold. So here, if I tap 5, hard to kind of get it to just do it once. There we go. So you just got to be real quick. Boop. And then, boop. Oh, missed it. Let's go this way. So 6. One thing I noticed that's kind of interesting is for some reason down here, if I touch, which one is it? One of these. Oh, there we go. Okay. But yeah, getting closer, closer, closer every time. I have the full screen now. Oh, almost got it. Be fun to get it just, oh, did I just move it out of the way? I was about to get it and I moved it. Come on. Come on, be my friend. Oh, got it. See, score 10. Yeah, you just keep on going. So, progress. Okay, I wanted to show you what it does when it's connected to the controller. Earlier I had it in the wrong pins, so that was fun. You can see it's just triggering it. You know, it's triggering, it looks like the right, just because it's always in contact. And I need to change the threshold, but I'm having a hard time figuring that out, how to kind of do that. Because I'm using, I tried hybrids of their code and my code, and well, this is what we end up with. Not exactly playable. Back to the drawing board, I guess. Just wanted to show you how crazy it looks. Whee! And also I want to work on that flicker. That's kind of annoying. Okay, more later. I just wanted to show that the snake gets longer as you eat the pellets.
bensound.com. bensound.com. bensound.com.
Okay, almost ready here. You touch the wire and it goes. We touch this wire, if I can find it, and it turns. See? Boop. It's a couple little things to deal with. the pins if they pop through. I'm not soldering this, which I know people are cringing. I'm just wrapping the wires around there. This is just meant to be down and dirty. I don't have a soldering gun right now. And, you know, the case is what it is, and it's all jiggity jaggedy, and you know, I'm just kind of flying by the seat of my pants and going for a real low budget, quick, home built game. So I guess if we look at it from there, think of it as a demo, you know, just as a trial of what you can do. I don't have a 3D printer or anything nice like that, but yeah, so far I'm happy with how it's coming. I got battery hooked up and all that. Okay, let me keep going. I'll show you when I'm done. Okay, well, here it is. The controls are not constantly working. They're kind of flaking out a little bit on me. I couldn't imagine it has anything to do with me just wrapping wires around posts. I'm sure that has nothing to do with it. But, oh darn, it was working pretty well a second ago. Yeah, you know, I think you need a soldered connection. I mean, it's just that obvious, because if I pull on the wire, then it starts working. You know, that's kind of a sign that, yeah, see, like if I pull on it, now it's working. Yeah, that's not the way it should be. But I guess as a proof of concept, it works. A solder gun would probably resolve the issue. Oh, missed it. And boom, yeah. So I guess we'll call this done. That's terrible. There are connectors that go in there. You can use alligator clips and things like that. Maybe not such a small form factor. This is a little old box from a deck of cards that I had laying around, a teeny little, you know, kind of kids deck of cards. Got a little lithium battery in here. And I made access to the charging port, and you could also, you know, reflash it or program it to do whatever you want. So that's about it. I think I might have mentioned I made access to the little reset because, well, you know, if it locks up or if the game is over, you have to reset it. The other thing I realize is there's no way to power this off. This power supply does not have an on-off switch, so you'd have to open up the little box to unplug it. So, you know, things to think about, but for a dirt cheap kind of game of Snake, it's fun, you know. I'll just pull on the wires. There we go. Come on. Oh, I just want to get one more. Garg. Garg. Oh, well, maybe not. Okay, take it easy, everybody.